Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Zadymka. It's the Tier 5 Polish tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Fisherman's Bay, and this one is under the command of BertholomaeusRexodus44x2 of the TLG clan. Now, let's see. There's two possible guns that he might have, the 75mm or the 90mm. He's got the 90mm by the Alpha, 240 Alpha, 150mm pen, and a shell velocity of 950 meters per second. Okay, so it's the top gun. Let's see how he can do it. Now, the standard reload for this Arty is 7.67 seconds, and that's in line with most other vehicles doing 90mm. And he's got 6.75 seconds on the reload. It looks like he's going to go right over in the corner, knock the tree down, and then use that tree as cover and the bushes directly ahead of him to strike the enemy if they pop out. Okay, Zadymka is it is basically this vehicle is a fake vehicle. Of course, the Polish tank destroyers didn't actually exist. Nevertheless, they've actually been given quite a good armor profile. The front of this one's got 100mm of armor, but the sides are weak, and so is the rear. 50 and 30 on the rear. 50 on the sides, 30 on the rear. Now he's relying on his teammates there because the Churchill one's come quite a long way up, and it looks to me like the Type 64 every now and then is popping out to have a look and see if he can get someone. Tier 6 game with the Tier 4 tanks, and the Churchill's come into sight. He tracks him. You see that long reload. The guy fixed his tracks, and that one went into the engine bay. And a T-28 suddenly appeared, but he's just too close to the screen, too close to the bushes, so he pulls back. The T-28 took a big hit. Go for it again. Oh, didn't get it that time. I think the rock is blocking it. Panzer 3. Yep, he got one into that one, and it's a high roll. 249. So the T-28 has gone down, and the Churchill's using it for cover. He's clever enough to do that. He realizes somebody is up ahead of him and is taking shots. Oh, now was he too close with that shot? No, he got away with it. I thought for a second he was way too close and he might have been spotted. Now the Churchill does have an internal mantlet on the gun, which is easy to get through, because what happens is the shell, it acts as a shell trap. And the shells will go inside the turret, and then they sprawl around the turret on the inside, which is not very good. Which is why it's easy to do damage when you aim at the Churchill's turret. They did correct that on future versions of the Churchill by actually increasing the armor inside the mantlet. Now he's changing position there because one of the enemy tanks, the Type 64, is still popping back out to have a quick look. And he could actually get spotted. But he's changed position altogether. In fact, now it looks like he's going to go after this AMX-13 FL11 or the Panzer IV Aslains D. It's one of the early versions of the Panzer IV with the, I believe it hasn't got the same high power gun that you find on the Aslains H, but it certainly has got, I believe it's got the 75mm low pressure gun, which of course was anti-personnel, and it's also got a very poor performing 75mm as well. Well, that FL11 just took a hit. And that KV1 is getting mightily close. They are pushing. Well, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to push up next to them. Yes, it is a 90mm gun, can do a lot of damage, but he is kind of making himself vulnerable. Does get one in, but was he spotted? No, he was okay. This thing's very slow to reverse, that's the problem. It's only got 14 kilometers an hour maximum speed in reverse. KB1 popping up to have a look. There he goes. And he's out the game. Did we get spotted on that one? No. Surprising. I think the Type 64 was down in the gully, and that's why he didn't see us. But there is a Striv M4257 a short distance off. No, I'm not sure he should have fired there. Did he get spotted? No. Again, he's having a lot of luck with not getting spotted by these guys. Well, the guy who's over on the to the right of us, the AMX-13 FL11, has been wiped out, and so he's not spotting us anymore. And in fact, the enemy has only got 7 tanks left, but so have we. The Type is down low, so that's why he can't be seen. And we weren't seen on that shot. It looks like our guys are pushed up through the town, and the enemy is kind of being pushed onto the west side of the map. Our platoon mate is actually in the Leopard, by the way. He's also from the TNG can. He's Vervol. I think that's his name. Vervol 1989. Now you can't see those guys in distance, but I'm pretty sure that Striv M4257 is, as he's actually indicating, he's firing at that bush occasionally because he thinks the guy's taking a quick peek every now and then, and I would not be surprised if he was doing that. Yes, he is there, but he's actually peeking on the other side. And is he pulling back? No, he's gone back behind the rock, so he's still there. It looks like our guys are getting close on the northeast corner, so they're actually coming in now to attack, and that's going to force the enemy's hand. Oh, that was close. And yet again, he didn't get spotted. So I think these guys down here can't actually see us, and they're not looking in our direction. And that was a nice shot right into the side of Zadymka. It shows you how that thing is vulnerable if it does get hit in the side. And he got the kill shot, but it wasn't on the Zadymka, it was actually the Stug. But there's the kill on the Zadymka. And now he's going to go after these guys over here because they've overextended. They've got no protection. Well, they just lost their... we just lost our Matilda. But there's the Striv M4257 who's pushing in the gully. Now we're going to come up behind him. Hello. One round in. Go for the ram if you can. Oh, he got tracked. That's the worst thing with a fixed gun on a tank destroyer like that, because he's got 4 shots. I think he's used up all those shots. So now we do need to get a kill shot on him. Now he's going to probably try and track us again, but there you go. And we got taken out by the Type 64 behind him. Now the enemy does have an advantage. Although our platoon mate, the Leopard, is still alive. Our Arty's still alive. But their Type 64 is way down south. And, well, the problem is that if he does a quick count, he'll realise there's only 3 left on our team. And if they know that the Leopard's up here, they know that the KV-1's in the centre, then the Arty is vulnerable and the Type will just run south quickly, kill the Arty, and then he can come back and kill the others. But that's only if they recognise that they've got a problem. Our M44 is making a quick run for it. I have a sneaking feeling that he's about to be on the receiving end of 76mm rounds from the Type 64. He probably won't see them, he'll probably just feel them. because the rounds will hit him. He needs to get forward as fast as he can to support the KV-1. In fact, the ideal situation was for him to park alongside the KV-1, and then the KV-1 can protect him if the enemy comes after the Arty. But if he stays here and the Type does come after him, he's going to have problems. And the Type did come after him, and he's actually behind us. Oh, and that means the M44's doomed. This is what I feared might happen. He would have been better off going to the KV-1. Now, the enemy outnumber us 2-1, and they know they've got the advantage, which means now our platoon mate up in the north is facing a KV-2. And we haven't switched over to him yet, so unfortunately we can't see what's going on. The enemy T-34 got set alight, and he was killed by our platoon mate. But this KV-1 is now receiving Arty fire from the enemy FV304, and our Leopard, well, he's had to pull back. Remember, there's a KV-2 over there somewhere, and we can't see him. We also know the Type 64 is down the south, and our Leopard is retreating south. Oh dear. And the Type 64 just managed to find and kill the KV-1 in the center, and he wasn't even seen. Which means now our platoon mate, even though he's got 3 marks of excellence on the barrel of his Leopard, is hunted. And all the enemy are now going to be coming after him. The closest one's the Type 64 at the moment. Okay, so he did quick look there. And the Type is chasing him. And he just got spotted. And he's just got tracked. He had to burn his repair kit to get out. And I think that's the 5cm main gun, not the cannon. I think he's going to try and double back and go after this Type. But the problem is the Type... Oh, he's got behind him. Well, despite that being a loss, that was an ace tanker game for BertholomaeusRexodus, 44x2 of the TLG clan in the Zadymka. He managed to get a sharpshooter for getting 10 or more consecutive shots on the enemy, as well as a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 5 in this game exactly. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he got a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. He did get 6. In fact, he got 7 in the end. 1 short of getting a Radley Walters, but sadly he didn't take into account that that Type 64 was actually behind him whilst he was trying to kill the Striv M4257, and unfortunately that was fatal. His win rate in the game was 10,319, which is super Unicum standard, but sadly he was defeated because he didn't know that there was somebody there able to shoot into his rear whilst he was trying to deal with the Striv. He did get the Striv, but the Type 64 got him in the end. In fact, that Type then managed to clean up by killing all 3 remaining members of his own team. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, we can see the highest damage was 2,723. That went to BertholomaeusRexodus. The second highest damage in the game went to the KV-2 on the enemy team, 1,895. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the Type 64 with 1,775. When it came to kills, BertholomaeusRexodus got 7. As I say, 1 short of Radley's. 5 kills went to the Type 64, which is 1 short of a Top Gun. And the Zadymka on the enemy team managed to get 4 kills in that game. And when it came to base XP, it's the Type 64 did the best, because of course he was spotting. 1,421 went to him, so he was the high scorer, only 1 over 1,000. 728 went to the Striv M4257. And the next highest after that was BertholomaeusRexodus with 658. So at least he got third on base XP as well. He fired 22 rounds, 17 direct hits and 14 penetrations, 2,723 hit points of damage, of which 2,067 were at more than 300 meters. So he was firing most of the time at long range. It's only when he got close to that strip M4257 that's when he had real problems. He just got too close to the enemy, and that guy with a turret can always get the better of somebody who's got a fixed gun facing forward, because all he has to do is track you once, and then he can get behind you and riddle your rear with shells. 5 hits received, 4 penetrations, 1 non-penetration, 150 hit points blocked by armor, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 7 killed, and he got 454 hit points of spotting assist in that one. On a premium count, he actually made 30,581 credits from the game. He got the Courageous Resistance Award because, of course, he got the high caliber and Top Gun. And he also picked up 1,539 experience points, and again, Courageous Resistance Award to beef up his score because he did perform extra well. So sadly, it was a loss when he got his first ace tanker. Yeah, the scrolls underneath the M. He got it, but unfortunately, he got it in the wrong battle where he couldn't get a win. I suggest the thing about this tank destroyer is that you are better off shooting at long range. And a lot of his shots, when he moved up, I thought he got too close to the KV-1 when he moved up to that ridgeline, and he should have stuck at the back. If he had stuck at the back, I'm pretty sure he would have taken care of that Striv M4257 without the Type 64 being able to interrupt and stop him. So he would have got the kill on that guy, and then he probably would have got the Type 64 as well afterwards. I think the problem was more the fact that he felt the need to move up. Now, yes, he did get the kill on the Zadymka on the enemy team and the Stugai Ausführung B by moving up. But the problem really was that this thing is a tank destroyer, which does have good armor on the front. But if you move up, then you allow anything that's fast and nimble to get behind you and kill you that way. So there you go. Unfortunate, but it happened. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.